Our story begins in a bustling town, where we meet our protagonist Emily, a young woman with a heart full of dreams. Emily was no ordinary townsperson. She had a spark in her eyes and a fire in her heart, a burning desire to make a positive impact, to change the world, or at least the small part of it that she called home. Emily believed in the power of kindness, in the magic that a small act of goodwill could bring. One fine day, as Emily was returning from her work, something caught her eye. An elderly woman, struggling with her grocery bags, trying to manage the weight. Emily saw this and felt a pang in her heart. She saw the woman's struggle, her difficulty, and without a moment's hesitation, she decided to help. Emily approached the elderly woman with a warm smile and offered her assistance. The woman, surprised and grateful, nodded, and Emily took the heavy bags from her frail hands. The relief on the woman's face was evident, and in that moment, Emily knew she had made the right choice. They walked together, Emily carrying the heavy bags, the elderly woman guiding her to her home. The journey was not long, but the impact it had was significant. Emily could see the gratitude in the woman's eyes, could feel the appreciation in her voice. It was a small act, but for the woman, it meant the world. Emily's act of kindness didn't stop at carrying the groceries. She made sure the elderly woman made it safely inside her house, setting the bags on her kitchen counter. She saw the woman's smile, her eyes twinkling with gratitude, and in that moment, Emily felt a sense of fulfillment, a sense of purpose. She had made a positive impact, and it felt good. Without a second thought, Emily helped carry the groceries all the way to the elderly woman's doorstep. She had taken the first step on her journey of kindness, a journey that would change not only her life but also the lives of those around her. This was Emily's encounter, the start of a heartwarming story of kindness, compassion, and the power of a good deed. Little did Emily know, her act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. The elderly woman, known as Mrs. Johnson, was touched by Emily's genuine selflessness. It was a simple gesture, yet it meant the world to Mrs. Johnson. It was a beacon of light in an otherwise ordinary day. It wasn't just the physical help Emily provided, but the warmth and kindness she exuded that made Mrs. Johnson feel special. As days turned into weeks, Emily continued to visit Mrs. Johnson. Their relationship evolved from a chance encounter to a blossoming friendship. Emily's visits became the highlight of Mrs. Johnson's day. They would chat about everything, from the trivial happenings in their small town, to the profound mysteries of life. Emily learned about Mrs. Johnson's past, her joys, her struggles, and her wisdom. In return, Emily shared her dreams, her passions, and her zest for making the world a better place. Mrs. Johnson, who had initially seen Emily as a kind stranger, now saw her as a dear friend. She looked forward to their conversations and the infectious enthusiasm that Emily brought with her. She admired Emily's spirit, her kindness, and her unwavering commitment to making a difference. Emily, on the other hand, found in Mrs. Johnson a source of inspiration and wisdom. She found a friend who appreciated her for who she was, and encouraged her to chase her dreams. She discovered that her small act of kindness had created a connection that she had never anticipated. This friendship was not just a source of joy for both Emily and Mrs. Johnson, it was also a testament to the power of kindness. It showed how a simple act of helping someone could lead to meaningful relationships and lasting connections. Their bond, built on mutual respect and shared experiences, grew stronger with each passing day. It was a bond forged by kindness, a bond that served as a reminder of the profound impact we can have on each other's lives when we choose to extend a helping hand. As word spread about Emily's kindness, the entire neighborhood started to notice. The change was subtle at first, a friendly wave here, a warm smile there. Then, acts of kindness that were once rare became common. The local grocer started carrying bags to cars for his elderly customers. The children at the local school started a club to help those in need. Emily's actions had sparked something remarkable. It was as if a wave of compassion had washed over the town. People weren't just living side by side anymore, they were actively looking out for one another. The atmosphere was warmer, and the community felt closer. It was evident that Emily's kindness had not just impacted Mrs. Johnson, it had initiated a ripple effect of generosity and compassion that reached every corner of the town. The town slowly transformed into a more compassionate and helpful community. Emily's actions inspired not just the adults but the youngsters in the town as well. It was as if a spark had been ignited, a spark of kindness, empathy, and compassion. From lending a hand to a classmate struggling with homework to helping a teacher tidy up the classroom, the children began to follow Emily's example. They started to notice the needs of others around them and took the initiative to help, just like Emily did with Mrs. Johnson. This change wasn't confined to the school premises. At home, children started helping their parents with chores, showing empathy to their siblings, and even helping out their elderly neighbors. The town was transforming, and it was the youngsters leading the way. This wasn't a short-lived trend. No, it became a way of life. The spark had turned into a flame, lighting up the entire town with acts of kindness. Acts of kindness rippled through the town, creating a culture of compassion. Through Emily's simple act of kindness, we see the moral lesson emerge. It's a reminder that we all possess the ability to make a difference, no matter how small our actions may seem. A single stone thrown into a pond can create ripples that reach the farthest shore, and likewise, one act of kindness can touch countless lives in ways we could never fully comprehend. Emily's story teaches us that kindness is not merely an action, but a lifestyle. It's about opening our eyes, our hearts, and our hands to the world around us. It's about acknowledging the humanity in each other and choosing to act with compassion, empathy, and love. In our everyday lives, we encounter numerous opportunities to extend kindness. Emily's example of helping Mrs. Johnson with her groceries might seem like a small act, but it had a profound impact. It not only brightened Mrs. Johnson's day, but also served as a beacon of hope, inspiring others in the community to follow suit. This cascading effect of kindness, this ripple that transformed a whole town, started with one person, one action. It's a testament to the power that each of us holds. We can be the catalyst for change, the spark that ignites a revolution of kindness, simply by choosing to be kind. Our actions, however small, can have significant impacts. They can alter the course of someone's day, change the atmosphere of a room, or, as in Emily's case, transform an entire community. Kindness is not just an act, it's a powerful force, a language that everyone understands, and the glue that holds communities together. The moral lesson here is clear. Kindness is transformative. It's a choice that each of us can make every day, a choice that can change the world around us. The world can be a better place if we all choose to be a little kinder, a little more helpful, and a little more compassionate. So let's carry this lesson with us, not just today but every day. Let's choose kindness,